Well, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Culture Vulture. I'm Javier Bardem, your Culture Vulture, and I'm here this week on the program to talk about hipsters, what makes them, who they are, and the fascinating questions behind these people. We'll be investigating my field research, talking to my hipster friend and expert, Zoe, and we'll be delving fully into the world of the hipsters. So come along and join us on this magical journey into the world of the hip. Well, hello. Thank you for joining me today in the field. Before we meet up with my friend Zoe, let us examine the defining attributes of what makes up a hipster, layer by layer. The modern bohemian shown here in his drawers. He commonly adorns tight pantaloons that grip his legs and restrict blood flow. Notice too his footwear. The style of choice seems to be the old school Vans, as Zoe calls them. Then he puts on an average looking undershirt that is not particularly remarkable in any way. The staple of the hipster wardrobe, the American Apparel brand hooded sweatshirt. This is the essence of hip. A frilly scarf, and thick-rimmed glasses that may or may not be necessary for vision correction, which include a silly little hat. He also wears Ray-Ban sunglasses of the Wayfarer variety. Don't forget the can of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer and a thick set of janitor keys that dangle from his belt. These items qualify the hipster as truly hip. Now that we have a better understanding of hipsterdom, let's go meet with our friend Zoe, the self-proclaimed merchant of cool. Thank you for joining me in my studio today, Zoe.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, Zoe, what is it about this modern bohemian movement that so occupies the attention of 20-somethings in America?
A hipster can be easily broken down into simple categories of work ethic, education, lifestyle, and fashion.
What is your research found of the hobbies of the modern-day hipster?
One of the biggest attributes I found is the fixed gear bicycle. I don't know if you're familiar. They tend to dock themselves at Roma, get their go-juice, they call coffee, chain smoke before class, and then they tend to occasionally go for an afternoon stroll to the American Apparel, get a nice new V-neck. There's nothing better than a freshie right out of the box.
So I wonder if you could tell me a thing or two about hipster love.
Love life with hipsters is interesting because they're pretty exclusive with their dating rituals. They tend to not find boys or girls at any velvet kind of tacky rope clubs near campus.
I quickly learned that dating amongst hipsters is claimed to be pointless outside the breed, defined to a waste of time of massive use of cologne and or perfume, awkward sweaty hand-holding, and feeling of puppy love that usually dissolves in a few weeks or less. Although they seem to be clingy, their pants are generally too tight to take off and mate. After our studio chat, Zoe and I went to a local eatery to fill our bellies full of sweet bacon. As Zoe and I were enchanted by bacon at Caspian, she told me of her observations at the establishment. On a good day, you can generally find the hip eating out on the patio area, smoking and people watching, and speaking of philosophy and Mediterranean cuisine. What drink did you choose? It looks to me like it's an orange Fanta.
It is an orange Fanta. Don't you want it?
We had a splendid time that afternoon over Fanta and Diet Coke. That was almost as delicious as my program's content. Well, as you can see behind me, the fire is dying down, which means it's time to end our program. I hope you enjoyed the journey that we went on exploring the lifestyles of the hipster. Next week we'll be exploring the lifestyle of the Jerry, who are your average everyday hippie with their long hair and their drums and hacky sacks. I hope you'll join us. Until then, stay cultured. I'm Javier Bardem.
I see them everywhere, wondering what's next. And I think it's kind of fun seeing them walk around downtown. And they got the new band records, they want everyone to check them. They want everyone to see that they did it first. Oh yeah, oh no, here we go again. It's the life of the perfect scenester.